Walmart, also known for being America's favorite store. But after what I saw while working there, it felt more like a war zone. Shelves collapsing, skulls fractured, bosses who don't care. These aren't just crazy customer stories. They're real horror tales from inside America's biggest retailer. I used to work the midnight shift at Walmart. That giant welcoming sign that every American traveler spots from miles away. 8 months on overnights. The pet department. It felt like living inside an empty NFL stadium. Corporate had just installed shiny new high-rise shelves. Top tier strength, they said. One Friday, around 2 a.m., my boss radioed me from the break room, where the coffee tastes like it's been out for weeks. He wanted 8 pallets of Arm & Hammer cat litter, about 35 pounds each, stacked to the very top level. I asked if those shelves were really rated for that load. He waved an NCAA foam finger and said, "They're built American strong." Something in my gut, or maybe the leftover chili cheese dog, told me otherwise. A few coworkers agreed, but policy is policy. So we spent hours raising box after box with the orange pallet-jack, country songs buzzing on the PA. That's when it happened. When I slid the 12th box into place, a sharp crack cut through the store, drowning out Alan Jackson in the background. The steel frame tore like cheap wrapping paper, and a mountain of litter rained down on me. 35-pound bricks slammed my shoulders, my helmet, and my back. The air filled with a chalky baking soda fog that tasted like stale cola. Shelved alive, I was pinned in the rubble, hearing the distant beep of a lone checkout scanner. I shouted for help and felt hands dragging boxes off me. Faces appeared. Stalkers in Duke hoodies, a manager in a Dallas Cowboy cap. But instead of dialing 911, supervisors barked. No phones, no reports. Keep this off corporate ladder. I staggered to the back sink, rinsing blood and gray dust from my face. The cuts were small, but my anger was huge. Forget covering this up. I called my aunt's girlfriend, a Chicago lawyer who doesn't miss Monday Night Football. I told her everything. She said the words every American loves to hear. "We've got a case." Management tried to hush it, but that paperwork hit harder than any box that night. Settlement came months later. I still haven't spent it all, yet. Every time I pass a Walmart on Route 66, my neck tenses. Because I remember how those American strong shelves folded like cardboard, and how silence was company policy. I'd been working the graveyard shift at Walmart for almost a full American calendar year. Midnight runs, stocking shelves, breaking pallets while college football highlights looped on the break room TV. Aches and sore feet felt as normal as a drive-through coffee on I-75. But nothing prepared me for what happened the night before Black Friday. 4 hours into the shift, I was kneeling by the pet aisle, lining up 20-pound bags of Blue Buffalo. Above me, a coworker stacked sports drinks, bright blue Gatorade, America's favorite sideline fuel. One jug slipped, It slammed the crown of my head like a bowling ball at the local AMF lanes. White sparks flashed, kind of like fireworks on the 4th of July. But I stayed on my knees, quiet, calm, and collected. She let out a cry of fear. I wobbled. 2 stalkers in Yankee caps laughed like it made ESPN's Not Top 10. My fingers found no blood, just extreme pain. I asked a floor manager, who just moved in from Atlanta, if I could file an incident report. He frowned. No forms, no ER. Tough it out, buddy. You'll be all right. I should have just left and went straight home in my Chevy. The next day, I dragged myself back in. My head pulsed like someone was tightening a clamp straight into my brain. Probably just a bump, I told myself. A Tylenol should fix this. Then came the white flashes. My vision was starting to feel blurred. I grew dizzy in the freezer section, nearly dumping a case of Hot Pockets. Coworkers kept joking, calling me Gatorade. Their laughs echoed down the pizza aisle. They had no idea. Neither did I. 48 hours after the hit, I could barely stand. I clocked out early and drove to an urgent care clinic next to a Waffle House. The X-ray tech hurried back with wide eyes. "Sir, your skull is fractured," she said, voice calm like a weather alert. "You're very lucky that this didn't press inward." I stared, stunned. "You worked 2 full shifts like this?" I nodded. Back at the store, I handed the doctor's note to my manager. He went stone cold. No report means it never happened. They claimed I must have hit my head at home watching Monday Night Football. The same crew that teased me, dead quiet now, like a little league crowd after a bad injury. Not even the coworker who dropped the jug spoke up. Right there and then, I quit. I walked out under those big red rollback signs. To corporate, it was just another Wednesday in retail America. To me, it was proof how these big companies can care less about some broken stalker, and how close I came to leaving that store in an ambulance instead of my own pickup truck.